Yeah, it's rich in bubbly goodness.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Lorena Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to the after school special live stream where we get together with some folks we can't quite get together with at lunch. So you know what? We meet them after school, and we have a very, very special guest today. So let me bring up my co-host, Fat Steven Segar. How are you doing?
I'm quite ecstatic and trying to keep calm because it's like one of those tiers of people you watch for a while, and hopefully that he didn't boot himself again, but can't wait to talk to them. I'm trying to keep monotone, but there's a smile on my face bigger than Heath Ledger right now. It's that big. It's really big. But yeah, I'm excited. How are you?
I'm doing good. Excited to finally get this interview. It's been a while coming. I was kind of shocked when I was on a panel with them, and then actually got to go on his show. So it was one of quite possibly the coolest fandom moments that I've had. It was really awesome. So I am really honored that he's agreed to be on the show.
It's really hard to get Dr. Phil on a show on YouTube. It's really hard.
I know, right?
I'm gonna get punched so hard.
Well, folks, I'd like to introduce to some and reintroduce to others. Jeff from World Class. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. I got to tell you, I loved your intro. All the clips. Perfect.
Oh, thank you.
It's funny. I've been on some shows, and every time I go on, I realize I really need to up my game because everyone else's openings are so much better. Mine is just me yelling.
But it's so cool, though. Yeah, that one, I was like, lunchtime. Let me see what some clips that are going through there. And there's one clip that I haven't put in there yet that I have to get from Mean Girls. So I got to go back in and update it. But I'm so glad you like the intro. And dude, I am so glad you're here. Because I've been watching you for a long, well, not a super long time, but maybe like about a year or so ago.
Thank you.
So it's kind of like watching your streams and Gary and, Geeks and Gamers. And I'm like, wow, these guys are really killing it with this YouTube thing. So imagine how freaked out I am. And I'm just like, when Tom's like, yeah, can you come on the High Council? This was a couple months ago. And I'm like, no, I got homework to do. Crap. I was so upset. So the next time I got to come on the High Council, I was so freaking stoked. So thank you so much for allowing me on. That was so much fun, and I'm so glad you agreed to come on the show here today.
It was great having you. Definitely will happen again, so don't worry. Awesome. We had a lot of fun. Ooh, what is all that awesomeness on the wall?
I'm drawing down my nerd card right now.
Yeah, that's his nerd wall. My
I want to come over and hang out.
My stuff
anytime,
is in
Jeff, we can
boxes.
cuddle.
Folks, we have 16 people watching. So let me go through the chat real quick to welcome you guys, because without the chat, we have a pretty much boring show without you guys. So we have a Wendy Vegas who says, whoop, whoop. Well, so glad you're here, Wendy. And you're the first person. Of course, Fat Steven Segal said this is going to be good. Yes, it is going to be an awesome, awesome show. And we have super fan Adam Shawan. I hope I said that right. Says hello all. Hi to you. Glad you're here. And Amber, Cashy Queen is here. She says, so excited for this. And I love the starry-eyed emoji. So good to see you as always, Amber. And let's see. We have Theme Park Casual says, hey kids, or hi to you, Theme Park Casual. Thank you so much for being a channel member. And thank you, Kashik, for being a channel member. Please remember the channel member live stream is going to be Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I just posted the link to the stream in the community tab, so you guys can go check it out.
I had a quick thing. Jeff, have you heard that Lorraine just hit 2K and now there's a cheerleader stream coming up?
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I've been looking for new work after the show.
I am never going to live that down. So Jeff, here's what
No.
happened. Here's what happened. So in October, when I hit 1,000, which I did not think was going to happen, I guess everybody else thought so, I guess, but me. And I guess Lady Taria was my guest on the show. And she said, so the Reina, because she found out I was a cheerleader. She said, so when you hit 2,000, you have to wear a cheerleader outfit, right? I'm like, I'm not going to hit 2,000 stuff. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll wear a cheerleader outfit. And the closer I got to 2,000, the more Fat Steven reminded people that.
Lady Toriel started it. I just promoted it.
Yeah, you just ran with that.
I
He's
did.
like, you're getting close. You're getting close. And it's 2,000. So yeah, May 1st, cheerleader stream. So if you want to drop by, I will give you the link.
Depending on the day, shoot me the link. I may be able to do it. I can't promise anything yet, but just
No
always
problem.
drop me the link, man.
Just bring your pom-pom.
Cool. Yes, and Fat Steven, thank you. Fat Steven put out the Indiegogo for Stealing Solo, which is Jeff's new project. So you guys should check that out.
9
We'll start
days
talking
left.
about that a little later. Yes, it's important. Thank you, TD. Especially now that StreamYard switched to 1080p. So now you can see more of my living room that's not quite as neat and tidy with all my nerd stuff all over the place. And let's see, could not be reached for further comment. Hello, which is live today, the chat or the stream or both? Well, it is both. Both are live. I should probably put live in the title when we do a live shows. But yeah, this one's kind of like a one-off because we usually do our live shows on a Tuesday, but I wanted to get Jeff on, so we kind of made an exception in this point. So different day. You're welcome. Different day, you get Jeff live at a live show. So that's it for a treat. Let's see who else we got. Who else we got? Yes, Jeff is quite awesome. And I showed Tom earlier. Hey, Tom. Yeah, Dr. Phil. Yeah.
Don't judge me.
He doesn't give out cars. Hey, Wookie in Exile, says Lorena with all the lovely hearts. Thank you. I love those hearts. They're so cool. And thank you, Sexy Butt Crack. You changed your name. Thank you for being a channel member. Says hello to the beautiful Lorena Creole. Well, you gotta say hi to the rest of the panel too. And Six is here. Says I'm late, and there's a gator emoji, villages, Lorena, Spice, Head, for all the member emojis. Thank you. Oh, you know what? The chat is never late. When you guys get here is when you get here. If I'm late, then it's a problem. Hey, CJ says, oops, hi, late. Well, CJ, we're glad you're here, folks. So all of our awesome thumbnails, especially for the after school special and the lunch table and Welcome to Florida, CJ does our thumbnails. So he does an awesome job. Awesome job. Hey, Demongenai, says Lorena Creole, looking stunning as usual. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Demongenai of the Dark Council. The Dark Council is actually on a break for a couple of weeks, but definitely go to Demongenai's channel and see the previous Dark Council shows. And on this channel, if you check out my playlist that says the Dark Council interviews, you will see all the lunch tables and after school specials with all of the Dark Council. And yes, all of them. We snagged all of them. Let's see. Frank and Deshaun, Schwahan, Wiener Dog Clan.
Google is deleting not only Jeff's links, but my links as well right now.
You know what? I heard that Google moderator was being an ass. So, folks, I'm sorry, but all of Jeff's links are in the description box in the video. So you can go there and find that. So the link for Stealing Solo is there. Also the link for Twitter and the link for YouTube. So all those are in there. Dang you, YouTube. So our fellow humans, well, hello. For some reason, I read your name, and for some reason, my brain said Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know. That's just how my brain works. That's just how my brain works sometimes. Cheerleader stream. Yes, Wookie, that will be May 1st at 6 p.m. is the cheerleader stream. So the link is the stream is already up. The link's already up, so you can check that out.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sorry, Jeff. I can't. Just do it again.
And Bone says, hello, peoples. Well, hello, Bone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so very much, Amber. Yes, I'm never going to live this down. Yes, cheerleader stream, May 1st, 6 p.m. Tell your friends. Let's see. Pope Preacher Minefield is here. Says Lorena Creole. Jeff is a cool dude. Yes, Jeff is an extremely, extremely cool dude. So we're glad we got him. And Lady Miss says, Lorena Creole, hello. Well, hello to you too. Let's see who else we got. Prismatics. So many channel members in here. I love you guys. Prismatics is here. And let's see, we have Fusebox. Hey, I'm glad I finally caught a stream. This is Ben from Twitter, aka Outlawed Nights. Yes, another independent comic creator. So glad you're here. Glad you could finally make one of the streams. And let's see, we have Teresa is here. Hello, my dear Teresa. Actually, next week sometime, our interview with Teresa should be premiering. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that. That was so much fun. So much fun. Let's see. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Hang on. The John Beck. Hello. And let's see. Lorena Creole, Jeff can explain, I promise, so you understand myself and Frank.
So, Superman Adam Shawhan, what's the right word? He breeds wiener dogs professionally. He's got an awesome clan of them. And so Frank is one of them. He has his own channel. And actually, it's a really cool way he found us. Adam was, in a rough spot, and I think one of his dogs had stepped on his iPad, and it found our channel, and he liked what he had heard. And then this was like 4 years ago. So I think one of the dogs is responsible for how he found us. So it's a cool story.
That is a cool story. That's something different. I heard that before. Cool. I like that. I like unique stories like that. Hey, Valiant Renegade says, hello, folks. So good to see you. Yeah. Google is being an ass right now. So the links are in the description box for the video. So I'm glad I did that before the stream instead of after, the way I usually do. So 30 folks are watching. Thank you so much. We have Jeff from the World Class as our guest. And let's see, we'll start with the baseline question. So, Jeff, tell us, what are your memories of lunchtime at school?
Well, I went to private school, so I had to take my own lunch. So it's just memories of bagged tuna fish sandwiches and Doritos. Those are my memories of school lunch.
Doritos are good.
They are.
Doritos are so good. I can't believe how many varieties of Doritos there are now.
Which is your favorite?
I think it's the sweet hot chili.
I'm a fan of the taco flavor.
Cool Ranch or the 3D nacho cheese ones?
Yeah.
The ones that are like, you know what I'm talking about? The ones that pop in your mouth that have like that cracker feel?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh, they're good.
I'm glad those are back.
I ate a bag of those to myself in like a half an hour. Felt really guilty. I ate another one.
They have a fire jalapeno one now. I have to try that one. Usually if they're hot, I like hot food. So if it's hot, I'll like eat those. And even I think even Walmart has a pretty good knockoff actually.
I have one thing to say. Kashyyyk, if he did buy them, go get some before they're all gone. Because if he's like me, he'll eat them all.
Oh, yeah. Are all chips 3D? Well, yeah, but the 3D ones have like that air pocket or something in the middle. Yeah, so I guess that would be 4D, huh? I guess that would be. Yes, Cool Ranch is a classic. Yes, it is. Vertical Horizons, is Lorena a fan of wasabi? Yes, I am. Especially wasabi ginger, because I think at one time There was a wasabi ginger Lay's or something like that. I think it was limited edition. That thing, oh God, that was absolutely delicious. That was freaking. I love snack food. I love snack food and even better cheap snack food. So when Walmart has a knockoff and it's really good, like their nacho chips are really good. I'm like, cool, I can save money. That's pretty neat. Are these the 3D chips?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Those are delicious.
They are delicious. Wait, I sound like I'm talking dirty to food. This is not
yes, snacks. Oh, well, here's the second question. And let's see. We'll have to check the tally on this one. So, Jeff, I know you said you went to private school, so you probably have to go with your favorite on this one. Square pizza or round pizza?
I have had that square pizza that comes from the public school lunches that you see on the memes. I like that stuff. I mean, I'm of the mind you really can't have the worst. The pizza's good even when it's bad. So I kind of like all pizza. Put one in front of me, I'm going to be happy.
Well, I guess square pizza still winning.
I'm not even talking anymore. I'm just typing a memoir going, the best of times, it was Stephen got screwed most times. So, every show we've done since this has started has pretty much just a 98 percentile of square pizza to my triangular pizza. So I'm a witch at this point.
It's just funny how ubiquitous the square pizza is. It's like I said, they had leftover ingredients, and they said, "Oh, how can we make pizza? Kids aren't going to turn down pizza, so we'll just,
I did have a question, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
When I see like your avatars and the artwork like that, I have a question. Who does all that stuff? Is that all you, or do you actually outsource? Because I love
that
it.
Is 100% me, with the exception of the color. This panel right here is colored by someone else, but that is drawn and inked by me. So all the black and white line art, like that High Council cover that you see in the campaign, that's all my artwork, again, minus the color. So
God.
I'm just amazed how just talented
I didn't know that. How did I not know
people
that?
are in this community. Now, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, there's a newer one of me. That's from the cover. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Actually, here you go. Look how much color can change artwork. This is the same line art done from something else or for something else, and it looks completely different. So, colors wonderful in comic books.
Oh my gosh, it's because we were Tuesday, we were drooling over 1980s era GI Joe comic book covers.
Ooh.
And and looking at the art and the care that's been put into the art as compared to, like, say, Marvel now, which is pretty much ass. So it's so good to like see all these independent comic artists out there doing that, and just the care that they put into it. So even someone like me, who I am not artsy at all, I'm an engineer, I don't have any artistic talent, but I know good art when I see it. So I love the fact that you can see the love that you have for your art. So I'll ask this question: where did you get the idea for
it was
your campaign?
Well, it's funny. The idea for this story comes... Okay, do you want the campaign or the story itself?
Let's get the story.
So the idea for the comic book story itself was born on a podcast. I can't remember the actual number, but I remember vividly, like in my mind, saying, wouldn't it be amazing if we did this? And then I basically, you get a joke and you run with it and you're like, oh, this is funny. And you keep kind of running with it. Mm-hmm. Like I ran with it on the show and I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to write this down. And so I did. And then I turned it into this. So that's how the comic, like somebody out there can find the episode. It's not hidden. If somebody does, tell me the number. But that's exactly where it comes from. And I remember one day I was out at the gym and I was like, wait, story idea. And I just like plot pointed everything out at once. So this is it was a very natural story for me. But to answer your specific question about this campaign, if we go back in time to Star Wars Celebration 2019, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Jesse, myself, Nick and Kendo from the show, and maybe channel dad Brian Lape was there. And we were all hanging out in this parking lot. We had just had dinner. and I had pitched to Anna this idea for this cover. So this cover has been a long time in the making, and then the campaign has spawned from that.
This cover here?
That cover right there.
Oh my gosh.
I love Cecil.
So the way this worked was I penciled these figures digitally, and then Anna recomposited them and then made the layout and then painted all this stuff by hand on a beautiful big canvas. So
yeah, I can see the styrations on it.
Yeah, she knocked it out of the park. I mean, I've been watching this for months and months, and you know, it starts out with this little thumbnail, and then it's a digital painting, you know, like a rough one, and then it starts to build, and then one day I got this in a text, and I was like, holy shit, this is it. And here we are.
Do you have out of all of that that's been done so far, do you have like a favorite page or a favorite panel out of the whole thing that you can relate to the most, but at the same time gives you the most pleasure?
Oh, good question. See, I'm new to the comic art game, so I don't get asked questions like this. So I love this. Now, my favorite page is actually, if you want to scroll down, it's the one where he's in the basement in the costume, what I call the big reveal page, which is right there. And this is for artistic, technical reasons. You know, the perspective in the room and all this stuff. I figured it out, had the right, you know, perspective grids and tools. So I look at this as and also this book wasn't drawn in order. Some of these pages were drawn like, okay, we need this one to show this one. So it was drawn, you know, first. This is one of the earlier pages. And this was the page when it came back from the colorist where I went, this works. Like, I believed in the story. I believed in the art, you know, my art and all this stuff. But anybody that creates anything can tell you there's still that moment of like, I hope this comes together. And then this was the first thing I saw where I went, all right, this is legit. And so this is my personal favorite page because it was that indicator that everything was just going to move forward smoothly from an artistic standpoint. And it did. And I'm very happy with this one.
You sound happy. You sound very happy. That's great. I'm sorry if I sound like a weird kind of voice. It's not often we get to talk to you two personalities that we watch or so on. So I'm trying not to sound like a total jackass, but at the same time sound like I know what I'm talking about. I know you're just human, but you know.
Let me tell you something to make it easier for you. Because of all the super chats and the way we've talked, I feel like I know you. So I feel like we're in the same room and I've talked to you 10 times before. I mean, we've gone back with a million, you know, messages back and forth. So,
well, that makes it not easy at all, but I'll try my best. But oh man, like it's ecstatic seeing all the stuff that's come from the fandom, just in the communities themselves, and how you guys bring everything together. Why am I hearing myself? I'm sorry.
I know.
But it's like, as I say, I love the artwork. I have backed this, and I can't wait to get everything I can because I need to save up a lot. But I enjoy your artwork. I enjoy your show. I love the way you keep Dark Fate jokes going for months on end. I love putting super chats in of Dark Fate, like his pajamas, his sleeping pillow, his body pillow. I love doing that because you guys just flow with it. And you can hear his awkward silence going, I'm never going to live this down. It's going to be on my tombstone. Oh man.
No, I say this with the most sincerity. It's so nice to hear that, not to blow smoke up my ass or puff up my own ego, but on our end, a lot of this stuff is, you know, the audience in the chat or numbers on a screen or stuff like that. And we don't get a lot of feedback or responses. I mean, Superfan Adam Shawhan's come out to meet us multiple times. So that's a much, you know, like he knows me. And I hope to meet you guys too. But it's cool to hear that. Not like I said, to make myself feel good about the show, just to know what people are interested in. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh crap, Dark Fate, I better let this one go. But I'm like, oh, fuck you, Dion. You know, it just, you know, it comes natural, but it's cool to know that people do like this stuff. So thank you, man.
You really can't let it go because there's a lot of stuff within like the different channels and the different groups that they all joke around with. But when those types of jokes pop up, they travel through the channels, and it's something you can build on, and it's some way everyone can connect. It's like, what do you mean by the Dark Fate joke? What do you mean he loves Dark Fate? Everyone hates Dark Fate. And then they go back to their channels and they follow that rabbit hole, and then they see. I'm going to use the word abuse because at this point the joke becomes abuse, but it's hilarious at the same time because everyone can find that one moment where they heard about it and they can see what video. Oh, you were in that chat. It's a connector. It's not just like it's going to be bad. It's a way of what is it? It's like folklore in your own way.
Yeah. I do think of it like that. Like we have our WCBS Bible of our jokes and then memes and all this other stuff, and yeah, it's fun. The buttons are one of my favorite things to work on because it's like, all right, I basically try to take the essence of our show and tie it into like 8 seconds of something. So
That's cool. Lorraine, do you have anything? I'm about to rock up to him and tell him to sign my face. Yeah, that's
You okay?
much, yeah.
You okay?
dude, let me know. Find a way to contact me, and so I can send you a couple extra things. I have a couple of bonuses from the first campaign. Like I got a print of this, and I'll sign it for you and stuff.
Oh, cool. I will definitely try to print out the Geo.
Same for you, Lorena. Anything you want, just let me know.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, because I love this. I absolutely love this. It's like, yeah, you're stuck in our basement.
And so the book features the guys from the show. There's me getting my spit in my face. There's Kendo. There's Nick, and the tone of this is comedy. It's there's a fight scene. There's an epic escape, but it's a funny story. It's really what any of us would do in a similar situation. So this story comes from The Force Awakens. I hate that movie with a passion. The community's built on The Last Jedi, but The Force Awakens is, the worst one for me. And so this just an actual response to that.
Then that delves into the first question actually that I'm gonna ask you. Before I do that, for some reason you guys remind me of the movie The Hangover.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but you guys just do. Every time I was like, go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
No, all I was going to say is that's how we are in person too. Like if you ever make it to a convention and come up to the table, it's not an act. It's just how we are 24/7.
That's what's great about you guys, because you're not like, I know how like we're sounding right now, like having the interviews and stuff when you're joking around, but when you guys go at it, it seems like you guys have grown up together in a way. And oh dude, you guys don't let up. You speak it, you go at it, and oh man, like I wish more channels would just learn. You guys have fun. You're serious, but you have fun, and a lot more channels seem to be not remembering the fun aspect of why they came to YouTube, and it needs it now a lot more.
Thank you. I thought that was just me because I fell into the YouTube game. The way it went down with the channel is I always wanted to do a podcast because years ago when I was drawing a very different comic book, my interest in comic books isn't new or newfound, or I'm using the platform like, oh, I got a YouTube channel, I can draw this and that. No, I've been doing stuff like behind the scenes. Thankfully, some of these projects will never see the light of day because they suck, not because I'm embarrassed. This is like, yeah, I'm starting out and I need to get these jobs, and I'm grateful that you couldn't pay and aren't going to do anything with that art because it's whatever. But like, I found this podcast when I was working on the very first committed project because I had gone to school to be into advertising, and I love advertising. But my problem was my mom, single parent, didn't really have any thing backed up for college. So I kind of got to college and got shit out of luck, midway through, no more money. So I came, I transferred back to Ohio, blah, 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 but I never stopped drawing. And so when I was transferring back into college, that was the point where I'm like, yeah, I know I can get a job, but I really love art and comics are my jam. And I don't care if I can make $1 billion or whatever, I need to do this. And so I started picking up these little gigs. And when I was doing it, I found a podcast, which then made me want to create a podcast. And then it all kind of just, it rolls from there. And the whole impetus, besides that one thing, is fun. I felt like the 5th or 6th guy in the room with these guys on this podcast. And so we've tried, at least I'm always shooting for that, to be with the audience is the 5th bullshitter. It's everyone's the 5th bullshitter in a way, because you listen to the show and it's like, you're almost waiting for, to chime in with your response too. And that's all I'm trying to do is bring fun, because the world sucks. There's a lot of dumb crap, but instead of raging about it anymore, let's just make fun of it because it's as dumb as we think it is. And instead of, trying to be vicious and whatever, lampoon it, make money from it, have fun at the expense of this stupid entertainment, and bring in an audience that shows up each week to laugh with you, not to fucking scream and tear their hair out. Like, look, the Fandom Menace won. Star Wars burnt itself out. Now look where it is.
But that's funny. You
Exactly.
don't want to see someone pulling their hair out because you're making jokes and they don't get the humor. That's hilarious. That's like watching Picard in Lifetime action. It's like,
No, but that's a good point, because I know when I first came across you guys, it's true. It's like you're the fifth BSer, because I'm like watching this stuff and I'm like laughing my ass off. And I'm like talking back to the video at at the same time. And it's just like, this crap is awful, but we're just going to clown it anyway and have fun doing it. And that's like a unique take that you guys have, like in contrast, like Midnight's Edge, because I love y'all because I work for y'all. Theirs is a more methodical, okay, this is in a bottle, we're going to, deconstruct everything, reconstruct it back together, and give you, your analysis. So I like that, because I'm a very logical person. I'm an engineer. But then there's some days where it's just like, you know what, I don't feel like being that way. I just need to just freaking clown all of this crap that goes on. And that's what you guys do on your channel. There's been times where I've had tears in my eyes from laughing so freaking hard.
I'd actually like to add to that, because when the first channel I think I came across was Heel versus Bayface, when he was still doing his World of Warcraft stuff. And then I got introduced to Neurotic and got addicted to listening to that every Friday night before FNT started growing so well. And then when I found you guys, it gave me the inspiration to develop the Fat Steven thing. And that's when I started going on that super chat, make the stupidest, funniest comment I could. And I started doing that in every chat. I broke my ass. I went seriously broke. I think I'm in debt now. But the fact that people would laugh at it and it got a reaction and it made more people. That's the funny thing I've noticed is, like, if you can make the panel laugh, more people will try to make the panel laugh. And you create this kind of communication between just the text they're watching and the people actually talking. And it's a great symbiosis when you get it going. And the personalities that spout from that, bro, you get some of the craziest memes ever.
I don't say this to try to, curry favor with the fans, but I love the community because it's so fun. Like the Facebook group, we really I don't use it or do much with it anymore. A couple of our listeners have, taken on the mantle of moderator. But when you go and scroll down it's like an embodiment of the show. It's memes, it's funny shit. It's not really political. People can have the serious discourse all day, every day.
Right.
But it's like everyone's aware of like the current human condition of this is all kind of a weird gray area. Entertainment's kind of an ugly, kneadable eraser looking homogenous mess. And we need something to liven it up. And I just, like I always tell people thanks at the end of the video. I mean it, because it's so easy when the people that watch your show are cool. You don't have to worry about anything. It's like, oh, the people that watch the WCBS show, cool. I can put out a video. No one's going to take it the wrong way. I don't have to over explain myself. And, everyone's better at the end of it. So.
Cool. See, before you do that, let's see, where'd that go? So, superfan Adam Shawan says, Reina Creole, Jeff did art long before the comic. Ask him about China WWF wrestler.
Yeah. So, superfan, I'm actually trying to pull up this if I have it. So, I started working horror conventions, to sell artwork right after.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I met Nick. True story. 2014, we're at Horror Hound in September in Indianapolis. And it's like 5 tables in a row. And I became friends with each one of those people for different reasons. But the person right next to us was Nick. And we became Facebook buddies. And then one day I was like, dude, I'm starting a podcast. You want to get in on it? He's like, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. And so I would do these shows. And the wrestler China was working one. And I don't think it's on here. Crap. But I met her.
Oh, the China. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And if you go to her YouTube channel, like one of her last videos is titled Jeff the Artist, where she interviews me with this piece of art. So I got to meet her right before she died. And it was sad because she was always a favorite. And then one of her people reached out to me to tell me she died. Like I got a message on DeviantArt or something that says, hey, did you hear China died? We just wanted to let you know. I'm like, who? And then I looked it up and it was just a bunch of like, oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, I like wrestlers. So I try to do a lot of wrestling art, give it to the wrestlers as something fun.
Mm-hmm. It's a good way of saying, sorry.
I was just going to say, that's so cool that you got to meet China that way. She's like one of my favorite female wrestlers.
Are you a big wrestling fan?
Am I what? Sorry, I heard.
I didn't know you. Are you a big wrestling fan?
Yeah, it's been a while. I kind of dropped out on the tail end of WWF before it became the WWE because I was just kind of like, I'm a little bored right now. But anytime I would like China was one of those wrestlers where I always wanted to hear about what she was doing. So if she popped up in a story, I made it a point to like read and find out. The other ones, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, until some of them started dying, like some of the old school ones started dying. But like the WWE, I wasn't really into it.
I will give you one thing. Chris Jericho is short. I've met him. He is so short. He is short.
Yeah, he's one of my. I met him too. He's one of my favorites. I was like, oh man, these guys are so like. I'm the size of what you'd think a pro wrestler would be. So when I meet these guys and they're smaller, or I meet football players and they're just about the same size, and these are the guys that are going nuts over on TV, I'm like, okay, then I must be whatever. But most of the wrestlers are a lot smaller, and I'm a little disappointed when I see them because I'm like, they're larger than life on TV.
Yeah, that's the thing with TV, with how much extra weight the camera puts on you, because it's got to smush you kind of in two dimensions. That's one of the things that I noticed with actors that I would meet in person. It's just like, you're much skinnier in person on television.
Except for Yokozuna.
Yeah, good callback.
Oh my god! Like no, because my brother was addicted to like I think it was the Super Nintendo Royal Rumble one, and he took up like a good percentage of the screen when he came in. It was like, oh my god, dude! And it always funny watching the animation trying to use the chair, and I loved it. Oh my god! No one remembers Yokozuna? It was like a sumo wrestler mentality. Yeah,
dude, he was related in a way to The Rock.
Really?
Yeah, all the Samoan wrestlers. Well, there's like two big Samoan wrestling families, and with the exception of like two people, they're all related. So
the island is really small. So.
Yeah. So yeah, somebody's a cousin some way.
Wow.
You'll know this, Reina. There you go. Oh my god. I forgot his stare. I forgot his stare so much.
All right. Yeah. I know who it is. All right. All right.
Man. Those are the classic days when you still had like Undertaker, like just being Undertaker, and you had like Razor Ramon and all that stuff. And it's now we just got Hulk Hogan dressing like a pirate. That's
Macho Man Randy Savage, man, that killed me when he died. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, that was. Oh man, yeah. I love the Macho Man.
Oh, he just that's like back when they actually had real personalities to go with. With the wrestling. It's like you like the personalities as much as you did with them being in the ring. It's like you were interested in the continuation of their story. Yeah, we knew it was fake. We didn't freaking care. But we just liked the continuation of who was pissed off at who was enemies with who was now not enemies with who. But Macho Man Randy Savage, he was just classic. And his outfits.
Oh God, yes.
I kind of have a serious question. Actually, it's not really a serious question. It's pretty much my nerding out. Favorite Transformer, favorite G.I. Joe, and what was the name of that podcast that got you going?
Okay, so my favorite Transformer is Optimus Prime. From the G.I. Joe world, I really like Cobra Commander or Destro. I think they have really sweet designs. Because I'm born in 1988, so I'm right outside of that window for I've grown up with G.I. Joe's, Transformers, He-Man, and Thundercats. So like a lot of the classic 80s properties that people, when they remake it and stuff, it's stuff that I've always watched, but like later than, like I wasn't watching Transformers growing up, but I've watched it, since, that type of thing. Now, the show is called Bloody Good Horror. I used to listen to it probably up until maybe a year and a half ago, but the core group of guys, they brought in new people, and then it just killed the dynamic. It's just not the same. So, I mean, check it out if you want to, folks. But if you go back and listen to their episodes from about 10 years ago, that's the shit that I was into. And you can hear me send in emails if you want. Well,
speaking of a podcast, that There was a podcast. Actually, yeah. So for you starting in YouTube, like I know, like you were saying, for other people, it was like The Last Jedi that brought them in. Because that's what happened. That was happened for me. Because I was so pissed off at The Last Jedi. I didn't watch anything Star Wars related for like a year. Because I just felt so freaking disrespected. And then I get on YouTube because I was looking at stuff about Galaxy's Edge, and then started seeing people with these channels that were talking about how much they couldn't freaking stand The Last Jedi. And I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't just me, at all. So you were saying for you, it was The Force Awakens.
Yeah. So I don't know what it was, but I got this weird feeling when they announced the movie. And I was just like, I don't know. Here, I'll make a nerd comparison. Remember when Darth Vader walks out in the docking bay and he's like, I sense something, the presence I've not felt since, and he just randomly walks away.
Yeah.
Like, there was something in the air. And so the closer we got to this movie, I was cautiously optimistic, but I couldn't put my finger on it. There was just something about the verbiage, that the way the film was being talked about in the media. I was like, this seems weird. Why don't they talk about the story? I know it's meant to be a mystery, but like this, right. It feels like they're skipping something. So long story short, we get to 2015. The trailers have dropped. We're about to get to the movie, and all the merchandise is out. And I'm like, okay, this is a little referential to this. And I'm just like, okay. And then I see the movie, and I shit you not, the minute the Star Wars logo hits and the theme plays, I'm like, this just feels a little anemic. And then I just kind of watched A New Hope get remade in a lesser way.
Yes.
And here's the part that bothered me. You guys have both watched The Twilight Zone, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, you ever watch an episode where your main protagonist is the only one that's aware of what's going on and everyone else is like in the world and they feel crazy?
Yeah.
I had this moment, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I like look over and like there's a sea of smiling faces, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, how are people into this? And so I left the theater with my friends, and then I recorded our first successful ever anything. It's me kind of I'm heartbroken about The Force Awakens. I don't bitch, I don't scream, I don't yell. I'm just like, I'm emotionally gutted. And I just gave my reasonings why I hated that movie. Mm-hmm. And we had already had the podcast start. So in the show, I would sprinkle in little things about WCB or my opinions on Star Wars, but the general consensus was everyone likes this movie and I'm the asshole. So I would say my piece, but I think it would turn off a lot of people. So Ghostbusters happens, we kind of build from there. And then The Last Jedi was a rocket ship for us. But The Force Awakens, I took 6 months off of Star Wars. Lorena, I would look in my office back home. I had the original trilogy posters up on my wall, full theatrical sized. Every day I would sit down at my art table and go, all right, cool, time to get to work, look at Star Wars, and I'm inspired just enough. There was weeks on end where I was like, I'm going to replace it with Beverly Hills Cop, Back to the Future. What's this going to be? The Die Hard sucks. Like, I was ready to throw in the towel for Star Wars. And it took forever to get that I can watch it again feeling back. It was rough.
I can get that because I'll be honest. When I first saw the Force Awakens trailer, for the first time you saw it, it gave me that feeling like, oh my God, you saw Han Solo. You hear like the way they're doing the monologue. And then it was like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It pulled you in just that little bit. But then when I actually saw it, I was like, I just paid $40 for popcorn and The New Hope. This is great. This is awesome. And I didn't care about it anymore than Last Jedi. Dude, Rian Johnson's head, I swear to God, it's so big now it gravitates asteroids to our planet. That's what's happening.
You know what? Honestly, for real, I don't even freaking remember. Either I wiped my memory. I don't even remember where it was when The Force Awakens came out. I don't even remember watching that movie. So something probably told me to completely wipe my brain of whatever it is that was being shown because I wasn't excited about it. People I knew weren't really that excited, about it. Like in contrast, like say when Revenge of the Sith came out, and I think I said this on another stream, when Revenge of the Sith came out, because I work in IT, we said, We will not be here that afternoon. We will be at the theater across the street. Do not
Mhm.
book any meetings. You will not be able to find us. Whoever here is like the newest to the company, you're SOL. You're going to be stuck supporting everybody because we're going to be over in the theater. And we like packed 2 theaters to see, to see Revenge of the Sith. That was all anybody was talking about that whole week. Force Awakens, not a freaking peep. Not a peep.
I miss the old Star Wars.
Me too.
I do too, and that's what some of us thought that we were going to get. I think I saw someone said Six says I sensed something was wrong when George sold it. It's at that time, it was kind of like the jury was out for me because George would always talk about how much cooperation he got from the Imagineers at Disney to put together Star Tours. It went over so well in Disneyland that they brought it to Disney World, and that was a big deal when it came there. So everything, the way that looked like Endor on the outside, by the time you got through Star Tours to the end, it puts you out. It looks like you're in Tatooine. You're in Tatooine Traders, that like shop that, looks like you're in Tatooine. The place was always packed. So that's kind of what we thought we were going to get because the detail was so amazing. And we didn't freaking get that. We got a bait and switch. So it was just like, okay, thank you. You just went, and fooled us and screwed us over, with this one. But it was kind of like, okay, it was a one-off. Let's see what happens. And then you got The Last Jedi.
I can still stay. I can still say to this day, I have not watched Rise of Woke Walker, Crap Walker.
I
will
have not
touch
either.
it.
I can't press play on that.
What turned me off when someone said, then they quoted it to a certain degree in the crawl that Palpatine has Twitter. I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. I don't really want to hear about this. And then it was true. It's not worth seeing. I watched Droids instead. I went through all the seasons of Droids, and I still love that cartoon till this day.
Oh, before I forget, Matt G, thank you. Oh my God, thank you for the $1.49 super sticker with the little dog. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it was. I know. The Force Awakens. I couldn't even tell you what happened in that movie.
Have you guys watched Droids at all?
The cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Years ago.
No, I tried to watch Ewoks for the first time.
No, don't do Ewoks. Go to Droids.
I did.
You will love it.
I turned it off at the intro.
Oh,
Yeah, that intro music is creepy as I don't know what.
The Droids one will pull you in, and it literally has the original voice actor for our C-3PO. It has it literally uses the sounds right from the show, and the animation might be a little cheesy because based on the date, but it's fun. It's stupid fun. I suggest giving it a shot. It's something that will make you go, "Where was this when I needed it?"
Oh well, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to hold on a second. Sexy butt crack for 99 Canadian cents. Thank you so much for that super stick. Is poop emoji?
Yeah.
Poop emoji.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the poop emoji. That works. We need to. Let's see. So yeah, this story came up because I'd love to hear your feedback. I wish Rian Johnson would just freaking go away.
He trips on a knife set out. I hope he does.
I really wish he would go away because it's just like you have the audacity to do what you did to the Rise of Skywalker and you think people still want you around.
Yeah, I think it's desperately seeking attention. That's all I get from Rian Johnson's Star Wars talk. Look, I understand Disney does stupid stuff that's antithetical to the capitalistic pursuits of a regular business, i.e. what they did to Gina Carano.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot convince me that there is someone at Disney or Lucasfilm who looks at Rian Johnson coming back to Star Wars as an honest-to-God good reason for business. It's not a good creative choice. It's not a good business choice. Rian Johnson brings nothing to Star Wars but destruction, damage. Whatever Obi-Wan said at the end of Revenge of the Sith, that's what Rian Johnson did to Star Wars. And every time I see something like this, I pay attention to what the source is and how he was being interviewed. And if you pay attention to the last 2 Rian Johnson leaks, in quotations, they come from a USA Today writer, Soraya Wilson, and Rian Johnson interview was paid for. It was a charity auction that she won through charity, giving money to interview him, and that's where the trophy comes from. Yeah, it's all out there. It's not. This is not him going on a news circuit because he's a hot commodity. He's just this guy who got interviewed because, well, this lady paid for it, and now the same lady is again interviewing, in quotations, Rian Johnson. She's leaking all this information via tweets. Like, Rian Johnson is so far down the status ladder that somebody from USA Today that has a smaller following than us on YouTube has to report on this. Like, that's where he is.
Wait, question.
Yes.
When did anyone consider an interview with Rian Johnson a prize? Nobody won that. She got punished. There's no way in hell she won that.
That depends on how much of a fangirl you are.
So 350.
And here's why I say that, because back in the days, I have to pull out the photo evidence. Back in the days when I was a convention tramp, you would go to these conventions and they would have these charity auctions, and they would have everything from merchandise to, set props signed by the actors. And occasionally you would get things like go to dinner with so-and-so who happens to be an actor. And I would see chicks almost ready to stab one another to get the winning bid from that. Literally, that's what you do. That's what it would do. The money goes to charity. It's not like it's someone, that it wasn't like it was a big name or something like that. It's just like, oh, great. I get to go interact with this person who is connected to this sort of fandom. And I can use that, because what are people going to say? Oh, what did he say to you? What did you talk about? Well, we talked about this, but I can't tell you about this, but I can tell you about this, but I can't tell you about this. It's a form of clout chasing. It really is. And I did not know that about this person. So now a lot more stuff is really, really clear. Jeff, where did you find out that information? I'm just curious.
It was in the stuff, honestly. The trick with a lot of this is just follow the sources backwards and you'll find the real deal. That's why I don't trust a lot of places. Like, when you find it comes from, we got this covered, I go, well, then this is going to be a fake story.
Oh, yeah.
But when you follow the rabbit hole back and you can find the actual source, well, then you find out how underwhelming a lot of this is. Like, Rian Johnson, I directed the Star Wars, the best one. No, you didn't, Ryan. I don't see... This movie killed his career, because look at Knives Out. That is a hit. I cannot deny that. I can't lie to the audience about that kind of shit. But he has burned his fan bridge, the nerd fan bridge, his goodwill with any kind of geek culture, comic book. Like, his name is a pariah. He is a pariah. His name is just bad news. So, like, J.J. Abrams, I don't know how, but his name being attached to Superman has still got certain people interested. Rian Johnson being attached to anything that's not Knives Out, I think is going to have people just questioning more than anything else.
Do you think Netflix, in a way, decided to take the next Knives Out properties just to save the Star Wars fandom from hearing Rian Johnson's name getting close to it? Do you think they just took the bullet for us? Maybe that could be a prerogative.
I have a theory that I will share with you off air, because I'm working on something. But
Okay.
It's something that, like, I'll tell you guys, but we can't talk about it elsewhere yet.
Gotcha.
You hear that, chat?
Thank you. Well, thank you, Commander Ed Straker of Shadow, for that $5 super chat. And thank you for being a channel member. Reina, hashtag pre-cancel Jeremy has no time for the High Council, but has time to run his mangy nerf herder dude ranch and topless sports bar. I guess that was more important.
I mean, when you get to the topless sports bar part, I get it. Yeah. I mean, I'm a regular frequent customer myself, so.
Hey, stunning and brave Megatron. I like that top. Rian Johnson is a poop head. It's like, if it's his own thing, because I think he wrote Knives Out. So if it's his own thing to mess up, okay. But you go and you get a property like Star Wars. It's not like anything else. And you basically go in there and wipe your ass with it.
That's where I came up with the thing, because my name literally used to be, when I first started popping up, Bad Steven Seagal beat up Rian Johnson.
Yep.
And literally, Perry Chan made that parody video. And from there, it sprouted goodness because everyone hates and still hates Big Head Johnson. And I love it.
No. So every time you hear about, oh, he still has a trilogy, we're like, yeah, okay. We didn't hear anything like that announced by Disney. His name was not dropped. Taika Waititi was dropped. Patty Jenkins' name was dropped. I did not hear Rian Johnson at all.
And thankfully.
Yes, because we would have to haul out the pitchforks and torches. Yes, Clue was vastly. That's another reason why I didn't want to see Knives Out, because it reminded me of Clue. And Clue, the movie, is classic.
Oh, I love that movie so much. Yeah, you know, Knives Out is a lesser version of Clue. I got to see Looper again. I don't know if it's lesser than Looper, because I remember thinking Looper was a solid movie. But,
yeah.
You know, I won't. The Last Jedi sucks, but I have to watch each movie, you know, as its own entity. Mm-hmm. And so I gave Knives Out that shot. And do I like it? No. Do I want to watch it again? No. Am I going to watch the next one? I have Netflix. I might, who knows? But that's where I am with him as a guy. Just go away. Make your movies, be happy, be successful, but stop fucking with Star Wars fans because you already ruined it for us. We're not going to forgive you. Just go away.
No, I think he just likes to just try to troll the fandom. Again, like you were saying, you know, it's like he wants to feel, you know, he wants attention. He wants to feel important. So for him, any kind of attention is great, even, you know, bad attention. I don't want to talk Taika Waititi making any other nerd property. Looper was just okay. And yes, Clue is better than Knives Out. Yeah, I don't want Taika Waititi touching it either. I really don't.
I do have a question on an opposite topic, which seems a little happier. You've heard the news that not only is Netflix doing the live action of Berserker with Keanu Reeves, they're also going to do a follow-up anime series with him voicing the character as well from after the movie, right?
I did not.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, we covered it. I'll find the article, but that looks amazing because supposedly the story is he went around and everyone turned down the script and the idea for a Berserker, right? And it wasn't until probably the whole comic book thing started and all that popularity that now people actually see the value in that.
Oh wait, with Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now that's coming back to me. Yeah, I did hear something about that. Netflix is, you know what, compared to, I don't know, Disney Plus, I don't know what they think they're doing because they're way behind the ball when it comes to, like, say, Netflix or Amazon or even Hulu.
I gotta throw I don't like to promote anything or fanboy, but HBO Max, in my opinion, just for the number of movies that I like, it's kind of hard to go there and go, oh, what am I going to watch? Because it's like I could watch all the Beverly Hills Cop, or I could watch this, or I could do this. Like there are so many options there. Yes, I get it. There are original choices elsewhere, but I have that one, and I'm like, if I want something safe and familiar and comfortable, it used to be Netflix, but now it's HBO Max.
I agree, and honestly, if I hadn't have gotten HBO Max for free, because I had upgraded my wireless to get to turn my iPhone and my iPad into a Wi-Fi hotspot for work, so I said, "Oh, we'll give you HBO Max for free." I'm like, "Yeah," because I wasn't going to go out and get it. And ever since I started using it, there's always something that I want to watch on HBO Max. It's just crazy. And yeah, I used to be like that with Netflix, but now it's like HBO Max has, everything, including the pandemic special for South Park, which I still have not finished watching yet. But on a subject of HBO Max that I kind of wanted to bring up, are you going to see the Mortal Kombat movie?
No, but I will be watching it fairly soon. So this weekend is the Oscars, but I will be Saturday. I get a live stream with Jessie and her friend, and we're also going to be streaming with Richard Chu, the editor of the original Star Wars, and we're going to be talking about Oscar movies, which is going to be fun because we've been watching a lot. Yeah. But then Sunday, the main event on the channel, we're going to do a live stream concurrently with the Oscars and just rip it apart. So when Monday rolls around and everything's, cool again, Mortal Kombat's happening. Shit, I'm going to treat this Monday as Mortal Monday. Watch that. Maybe show Jesse the original one. Download Mortal Kombat 11. Have fun with it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see it in the theater. I'm gonna see it Sunday because I couldn't get tickets to go see it the other day. So while I have it on HBO Max the day it comes out, I'm actually gonna wait and watch it in the theater, because with Godzilla versus Kong, I kind of did it the other way. I watched it on HBO Max first, which I liked it, but then went to the theater and was like, wow, I really miss going, to the movies. It's, just the scale is different.
There's been some mixed reviews. I'm not going to harp on it badly, but from what their understanding is that the story is not weak sauce, but not strong. But the fighting scenes between the characters themselves is its strong points. So if you're going in for Mortal Kombat, you're going to get Mortal Kombat. Like the trailer pretty much showed us that. And other than that, I would just say, like with every movie lately, go in with no expectations and you'll get hurt less.
Yeah, it's kind of like the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Well, it's better than Annihilation.
I just wanted to see fighting. I don't think I saw. No, I did see Annihilation. I did.
Sorry. If you guys are looking for a decent movie to watch, Love and Monsters. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys have seen that one or heard about it.
No, I haven't. I have not heard of it.
It is awesome. It's a great traditional like hero's journey, literally a hero's journey, and it is free of wokeness or any kind of politics or anything. It's about an apocalyptic event that wipes out 95% of the earth, and this guy contacts his last girlfriend over the radio, and he decides he's going to travel 7 days on the surface to meet this girl. And it's got beautiful effects and all this cool fun stuff, and it's refreshing because it's a movie that would have been made like 25 years ago and everyone would have called it a classic because it's just free of any kind of garbage. That's why I'm so happy about it.
The second question is, have you guys watched Nobody yet? 2021 Nobody.
I can't wait.
I have not, but I have heard such good buzz about it that it's on my list of things to see.
Just picture Christopher Lloyd, aka Emmett Brown, just going to town in scenes with a shotgun, and you will just love it. He looks like a crazy old man who loves just shooting people.
I saw the
screen grab.
Call it ad, whatever. Whenever I pull up my Fire TV,
yeah.
So that came up first. So I was like, okay, I'm cool. I'm gonna have to go see that. Yes, Prismatics, the Mortal Kombat movie. I will be so disappointed if Chun-Li is not in it.
Oh, I'm heartbroken.
I know. Shame. Justice for Chun-Li. I'm telling you, she just can't get a break.
Well, she's currently being time shared to Tetris, so you gotta give her some time.
Nobody is very good. Yeah, I've heard really good things about it.
It is.
So I have to see that, and then eventually see Invincible. I have much less time.
You haven't watched Invincible yet?
I don't have that much time, dude.
Oh my god! What are you
Neither
doing?
have I.
Oh my god! It's good.
I have not had the time, and honestly, I'm actually going to go back and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
Oh, good.
I'm going to watch
Christy
that.
Swanson one, right?
Yeah, the Christy Swanson one. Mm-hmm. Yep. Michelle Beck says,
since I've seen that movie.
Better Call Saul goes taken. That was one of a movie I didn't think I was gonna really like, and then I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I freaking love this movie. So that's one of my favorites. So I haven't seen it in years, so I'm just gonna kick back and watch that. Folks, we have 50 people in here watching. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Oh, Fast Steven, what do you have here? Is this okay. Yeah. I did hear about this one with Netflix.
Because they also say that he's also finished up, I guess, filming for The Matrix 4 as well. So I guess this will be the next project. But I am excited. Am I going too fast? Get out of here!
No. I've heard good things about Berserker. So I've heard good stuff about it. The Matrix movies, I dropped out after the second one. Sorry.
I only like the first Matrix film. I know that's controversial, but
I did too. The first one was my favorite. I was hyped to see the second one. I was kind of like, does this get better? I guess it doesn't get any better.
The underground rave. I'm sorry, the bump and grind fest and apocalyptic cave. No, I'm sorry, that threw me off. And did you see that Disney with that latest High Republic? The two bald weirdos. They're literally just shaved head twins from the Matrix Reloaded.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god,
man, the High
Parrot
Republic. Oh my god, the High Republic. That's such a freaking hot ass mess. It'll be in the Dollar Tree in probably a couple of weeks.
I take offense to that.
What? Oh, the Geo, the Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock, blame the author's boyfriend. He's the one who came up with it, or the one she's gonna blame for coming up with it.
The only thing I am kind of intensely sad about, is that we didn't get at least one issue of Kibblesmith's New Warriors. I really needed something to laugh and then wipe my ass with, and I'm kind of sad we never got it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a gift in another way.
I don't know.
An unexpected, a delightful present that we did not get. It's like that fruitcake. No, thank you for not giving it to me. Oh, you're funny, CJ. Yeah, The Matrix has only one movie. I have no idea what you're all talking about.
Oh, I wish that was true.
Wait.
Yeah.
Does Animatrix count? Because I think that was still good. The Animatrix short films was really good.
That I didn't even know they had those.
I think Junkie XL did a lot of the actual music for it too, and I remember because I loved every song off it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we know Marvel has it. Marvel is ass. This coming from somebody who had a lot of Marvel comics. So, folks, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining us. So, Jeff, tell the folks pretty much where they can find you, what stuff you have coming up so they can check out.
So, folks, you can find me over on World Class Bullshitters. Tonight, I'll be there streaming with anybody. It's just the guys and I. It's our show. So, episode 262, I believe, is what we got going on tonight. But also, we have Stealing Solo. We're in the last 9 days. So, I'd like to thank the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of backers. I need to make a new graphic to show that everyone has unlocked the Salacious Tom magnet. So what I have a plan for, if you don't mind scrolling down a little bit, I'll show the audience the magnet tier a little more. It's actually right towards the bottom. It's like a little.
Let me know when I get there.
Cool. I will in just a second. So almost there. One more after this. There we go. This one. So as you can see here, folks, I gotta update the graphic. Tom has been unlocked. So 800 backers, that has been achieved. Woo! And then the next one is the Gary one. Then it gets to the OG High Council, Jeremy, Ethan, myself. And then finally, Anna in the gold bikini. So if you guys want to get that artwork of Anna in the Slave Leia bikini, you got to help us back the book. Now, these will be magnets for everyone. And if you've already backed the comic, each new unlock gets you all the other things. So it's not like, I backed it at this level. Do I get everything? Yes, you do. If you were the very first backer, you're going to get all this bonus stuff. If you're the very last backer, you're still going to get all the bonus stuff too. And you guys can see this artwork also prominently featured on the trading cards. So we can get the magnets unlocked, and you can also get those trading cards featuring the Fandom Menace. That artwork is all by me again.
Sorry, I'm making you guys dizzy. There we go.
As you can see, it features all the cover stars of the comic book. And again, this is all done by me and my colorist, February Ferdinand, who's an excellent guy. I love to work with him. And we have Cecil the Hutt. And Cecil the Hutt's probably one of my favorite creations for all of this.
Yeah, I love it.
Freaking love that.
It's so gross, it makes Cecil uncomfortable. Folks, if you go back and you listen to the High Council, you can hear where Cecil goes, "Oh God, why?" So
the next time you have him on, you should make sure everyone on the panel just uses that picture as their avatar. So when he comes in unknowing, you just be like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, I think I will now. Now I have to.
Well, folks, please do back Stealing Solo. We've got it says 10 days left. So the link is in the description box for the video. So please do go and back it. Also, of course, subscribe to Jeff over there on World's Class Bullshitters. And of course, you can also follow him on Twitter as well. Awesome.
Thank you for having me on today. I really, like I said,
Oh,
it was a lot of Twitter tag, but it worked out, and I'm really happy that we got to stream together. And Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson Ashley. You're now Fat Steven Seagal Batman. It was a blast.
Thank you. I am honored, sir. I'm sorry for fanboying so much, but the reason why that's my tag on Twitter is because he actually was considered for the '89 Keaton role at one point.
Oh my god, we dodged a bullet collectively.
What, you want to see him run with his curly arms as Batman?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
oh, well, Jeff, I'm so glad. I am so glad that you can make it. It just trips me out that when I get to stream with somebody who I'd been watching for like the longest time, even before I even started a YouTube channel. So thank you so much for coming on. You have an open invitation to come back anytime.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And folks, that's going to do it for this live version of the After School Special. Please do subscribe to everyone here on the panel, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.
I'm so happy.